Well, hi everybody. How are you tonight? Oh my gosh. My desk is such a mess. I've been I just was watercoloring and making kind of gift tags, and I decided to turn on the recording just to do it. So and then it was just funny, and I looked down and I went, oh my gosh! And then of course Bob brought me down dinner, and oh yeah, and I was listening to music. I don't know if you guys have totally random. Good evening, everybody. How are you? I hope you're doing really well tonight. Um, just before I forget and mention, and then I'll say hi. I was listening to some of the videos of Barbara Streisand and her that she did with her encore video or her encore album that she recorded various famous Broadway pieces, either from Marvin Hamlish or Sondheim or different people, and she had different people sing with her, and it's always been one of our favorite albums. But to watch the way she does it with these people who are not always necessarily known for being singers or are totally stunned when they open up an email that says, "Hi, this is Barbara Streisand. I want you to sing with me." And I can just, I'm like, anyway, it was fun. So, but thank you guys for those of you who sent stuff in. Linda's, I've got yours in, and I've got Tamara's in. Let me just double check real quick because I caught Tamara's earlier. Why is everything there? And make sure nothing else came in. There's Tamara. She was the last one. Live art and Tamara and Linda. And yes, that's what I got. Those guys are the last ones that I have in for today. Yay. Okay. Yeah. Um let's see who's here and who's doing what. Yes. Oh, Sunspart every day. Nice. Every year artist. So I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I think I increased the size of the font on my on my comment section, and it's delightful because I can actually see it. Yes, Tamara is a treasure. And Tamara, I'm so sorry that you've had a rough time this week with Adrian being ill and your sister, and I just so hard. And yeah, I like this. Linda says, for me, it isn't about being pretty. It's about whether it moves you, makes you see beyond the paint and paper or other mediums used. Very good. Yes. That's so true. That's really is a true statement about art. And now I lost my comments. I put that up. Comments, come back. There you are. I have to move them over here. Best night of the week, she says. Yeah, no, Tamara does never disappoints. And all those doing, he's decided that he can go out in the rain now and that he's a beach dog. Ever since we took him to Claylock and let him run on the beach with us down there at the ocean that about 2 months ago when we went to Claylock, he just has decided that he can be out in the rain, which you got to understand that this dog will let his belly get wet and all his feet can get wet, but a drop of rain would hit his head and he was ready to go back in the house, not go for a walk. Now he's decided he's okay to walk in the rain, and now he's decided to be a walk on the rocks beach dog. It's pretty funny. So here, let's see. I hope you're all hearing everything. Yes, I got my sound on. Everything's good. Yeah, but here we go. Susan's here. Nice to have you here, Susan. Yay. I sent you a link via email to a YouTube video. To me, you did? To me or to Susan or to somebody else? I think hang on, there's my email. Go, Linda. Linda. BD. Yeah. Okay. Got those. Linda. Linda. Nope. Okay. I'm good. I'm caught up. Must be sending it to somebody else. Unless, oh well. Anyway, there's Tora. Tora. Oh my gosh. I went to put a alert for a notification for your lives so I could catch one. But honey, sorry. They're at 3:30 in the morning on my time. And that's just this sleepy girl's just not going to happen. So I have to catch you on replay. Although last night we had 5 hours of a power outage, the whole peninsula did. And but it was in the middle of the night, so it really shouldn't have bothered me. Except Bob had to decide to tell me that the power was out when I was asleep. He decided to tell me, which woke me up enough to tell me. Gotta love him. Yeah. So, Tora, I was looking through your channel and oh my gosh, girl, your thumbnails are just engaging. They are so good. And there's Susan and Tamara and Tora. Yay. Oh, and Fatima's here. Yay. Yay. Oh my gosh. Good to have you guys. Yes. Yeah. Barbara is pretty amazing. So, she did a classical album years ago. It's a stunning album. She just this album. If you ever go on YouTube and you see encore her encore pieces where she's done with Hugh Jackman and Patrick Wilson and Anne Hathaway and Daisy. They did at the ballet, which is one of my favorites, and she just does these. I mean, and she did one with Mandy Patinkin that I absolutely love because he's one of my absolute favorites. Um, Stuff in your Facebook page. Crutch. Oh, Linda. little secret. I only check my Facebook like once every couple weeks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I will go back and look. Sometimes I check it more often than that, but I have kind of yeah. Geez, my website provider, for my art, does a lot of my postings for my art stuff, my photography on my Facebook page for me. So I'll have to check. Beach Jew now with waves. Although we'll be surfing soon. That would be cute. Sick household. Oh my gosh, you guys. Bryn, her Instagram in the past few days of her time in Peru have been something else. It started out that they missed their flight and they had to leave a day later to go down there. And then, so they got there, they went to the retreat, which was pretty crazy to be. It was a very intense experience for her. You're in the Andes, you're going to a ayahuasca retreat. Yes, it's going to be intense. And it was, but she's very glad. Then they were back in Cusco. She was supposed to go to Rainbow Mountain, but the night on the way back from Machu Picchu, she got sick, so she didn't go to Rainbow Mountain. Her cousin did, and Shane, the two other people that she was traveling with. And it's a good thing Bryn didn't go because it was really, really cold. Really cold. It snowed, it sleeted, and they didn't have stuff necessarily for them. They were growing up and Rainbow Mountain is 17,000 feet. So it was the ATVs. Todd just completely got very cold. And so, and then they got a 3-hour traffic delay on the way back. Yeah, so Brenda was kind of glad she hadn't gone to that because she doesn't do real well with cold. She had frostbite when she was in high school from a soccer game, and so not so good. And anyway, and then they had a sunny day in Cusco to fly to Lima. It was all sunny, good, and they were supposed to leave at 7:30, and this horrendous thunder and lightning storm delayed the flight, delayed the flight. Then they were on the tarmac, delayed for an hour. They thought they were going to be able to take off. Some lady got crazy on the plane, and they had to turn on the tarmac, went back to the gate to eject this person and get her luggage off. So the entire plane missed their connecting flight in Lima. And then and then they had 300 people in line to get rebooked, and Bryn and Todd got in the line with a trainee who kept making mistakes on everybody. Oh my gosh. And so they missed the next connecting flight. So she's not going to make it home till tomorrow sometime. Yeah. Oh, wow. Anyway, but quite the trip. Quite the trip. You can catch me this coming Tuesday interviewing Yolanda at 7 p.m. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Tora interviewing Yolanda at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday. And Yolanda, our good friend Yolanda, you guys. Oh, I'm looking for my paper that tells you guys. Oh, so Tora, just so you know, Yolanda has a nickname in our group with Doc. It's Yolanda changed the rules in real time, Bruce. So that's her nickname, is Yolanda changed the rules in real time, Bruce. So you can use that in your interview. You can ask her how she got that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I am here. Bondi, but iPad is stupid low grammar skills. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys. We have tonight, we start with show and tell. And I'm excited because we have some beautiful pieces to show in. So Linda, we're going to start with Linda, and she has, let me see if I can get my camera A up here and get this out of the way. So Linda sent some photos a couple weeks ago, and I missed them. And so if they're a little bit out of, there's one that's, well, one you'll see. But she had these beautiful photos of fall colors back where she is. And it's just wonderful to see them. I thought they were really nice. I love the gradations in all the different yellows in the one on the left. And then that little bit of color in the one on the right is just perfect. And then those two. And then she has this one. And this one was the one that was, oh, you could tell when she sent these to me. Remember all those wonderful things she had from Lord of the Rings, that one piece. And this was in the yard. I love this. Picking up the bones, cleaning it up. It looks like the little orange parts, the little leaves down there, look like pieces of candy corn. Like the skeleton was eating candy corn and it all fell out of him. I love it. So great. Let's see, there's that one. And then there is this one. Yes, I got that one. Showed you that one. And this one. Showed you that one. And then there's this one. Oh, this is one. This is one I really like. I really like the colors in this. So nice. The forest is always so busy and stuff like that. It's always so hard to find a composition that kind of, people are always talking about simplifying it, but I think that this is just such a a representation of what fall is like and how everything's just all crashing together and coming together and getting ready to reset. It's pretty neat. So cool. So let's give yay for Linda. Thank you, Linda. All right. Now, Tamara sent some things, and she sent some pieces from what I love is how timeless your pieces are, Tamara. They are amazing. So this is painting on paper from 2000. So we're talking 24 years ago, you guys. And but you can still see that it's Tamara, but you can also see from the work that she's shown us recently how much the shift has in some way of what she's done. I really like this. Are those pelicans? Are they like pelicans? I don't know. Egrets? Pelicans? Love them. And it's like the batik type motif of it. So nice. And then we have this. Oh, hey, don't do that. Why is it? Just a sec. Something's locked. Why is it locked? Oh, Tamara's locked. There we go. That's what it is. For some reason you were locked. There we go. Then this is cork floor tile on canvas. So did you paint on the cork floor tile and then put it on canvas? I don't get that. I love it, but tell me how you did it. Yeah, that's your backyard. That was Linda's backyard, those pictures. So, Tamara, cork floor tile on canvas. So did you paint on the cork floor tile and then print it onto the canvas? Or did you... curious minds want to know. That's my... and personally, yeah, egrets. Okay, she said those were egrets in the one before. Explain. Explain. You gotta tell. Got some splaining to do, girl. Created on the cork tile and glued it on canvas. Okay. Thank you. That's very cool. I love that. I really like that face. I really like that. That's really beautifully done. Well done. Then we have this collage on A2 paper in 2001. Get this out of the way. So amazing. So these trees that you have here, these that kind of have the almost like a bristle brush type thing. We have horse chestnuts up here that look like that before they split open, and they're just, it's pretty amazing, except they're really terrible if you step on them when they've fallen in, but because they really hurt. But this red and the ombre that you've done, like the purple in the mountains in the back, and then that ombre up into the night sky, the sunset into the purple night sky, and a little bit of white tip of mountains, just beautiful. And the birds, again, we got egrets. And under the thorn bushes, are those thorn bushes? I'm making a guess. I know, so warm. But I love the purple and red together. It's so well done. So well done. Wow. And then this is painting on A4 paper in 2001, a paper collage on canvas in 2001, and drawing on paper from 2001. All right, this is amazing. Again, that one on the left is that color palette that you use that I really, really like. But the surfers and Aldo surfing, um, and the birds, your stylized birds are beautiful. That's a paint. That's so nice. And then the collage in the center. Wow. Such oh man, ideas. And then this drawing of the flower. It's almost like what are those called? Daylilies? That daylilies? I think they are. Yay. When did you start incorporating the moon in your work? Yeah, Susan wants to know, when did you start incorporating the moon in your work? Because we saw it back in, I think it was this one, wasn't it? Yes, there's the moon there. Is it in the one before? Nope, no moon there. Is it in this one? Nope, no moon there. But here in 2001, in that one. Good question. When? Because this center collage has that. So good. Yay. All right, then. All right, here we go. Woohoo. Yummy. All right, so, good grief. This is much closer than I said. So, you guys, I started doing like some Zentangle stuff, and there is a particular Zentangle that's this one, and it was one of them that was taught in this daily meditation or Monday a mono meditation Zentangle, I think she called it. Barbara, I can't remember Langston's. Anyway, and this was the style it's done. You make a grid and you do it. So I wanted to see if I could do it some way to make it into more Christmassy. So I tried to change the style of these guys in a variety of different ways. Like here it is like this in the original. And then I did it like this. That one still needs to be painted and kind of got too dark. And I did it, then I tried one like this, that almost more like snowflakes. And I watercolored the background and then drew over it and then added some silver so that it would look like almost like snowflakes kind of things. But this one has a different kind also. Haven't really tried that again. So that's kind of one of the things I was playing with, that one. And from that idea, I got this idea of what would happen if I could take some Zentangles and make Christmas gift tags. Now, I'll show you there. I can show you a little bit. Let me get them a little brighter. Yeah. There we go. So I started, this is a Zentangle that it's done with like 3 S's kind of thing. And then you add this other type stuff with it. And I made it into a tree. And today I painted it with some shiny stuff. Don't worry about your typing being off camera. It's one of those things. Mine, I half the time get my last name backwards. Or Gretchen I always get the T and the C. I go too fast. Anyway, so that's one of them I did. Put that one over there. And then today I did another little one. This is a little Zentangle called, a kind of a tangle called a mook. So I did that. Make a little gift tag type things. I've got all these scraps of paper. And then this is another tangle that they do that it's a border tangle. Which way does it go? It starts somewhere. Can't remember where I started it. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, it goes around the outside and comes in and in. And I decided to make it into like holly leaves. It's supposed to have this thing called a fescue kind of thing on it. I think it's called a fescue. I'm not sure. But I decided to try that. Make little holly. I've kind of been obsessed with doing holly. You'll see, because here's another one with it. And this paint. Where's this paint? I don't know where it went. It's I have some glitter paint kind of things, but I have a little jar that I got from this little piggy, and it's a kind of I can't remember what it's called. It's a powder, and I almost used too much of it, but can't remember what it's called now, and I don't know where it went to hide. Oh, there it is. This guy. This little, and I can't read what it says. It's a stuck-up piggy. So you guys that are fluid artists and stuff, this is the stuck-up piggy, and I don't know what color it is because I can't read that. Hello, but it's a green one. It doesn't look green there, but it's very green. It's a green-blue kind of. So I use that on here too. This is another little kind of a tangle underneath there that's just this like infinity loop back and forth. Here's another one of holly. And of course, we had to do a little gnome. And then I did a card that was the different kind. This is a different kind of, I think this one's called the fescue. And I did trees with that, a tree, kind of a card. So that's my kind of Christmas stuff when we were doing the magical kind of stuff. I did this, which, that's so big. You guys don't need to see it that big. Why is it so close? Probably because that's the way I have it for the book. And that's that one. That was just playing around. Then I did another one of these guys, playing with holly. Trying to figure out how to do holly. Yes, here's the other one, like this. This is the other one with the holly. And that same design, but with a holly shape. Kind of like it's a window. You like that word mook? Yeah, that's the name of that particular little design is. It's kind of funny. And here, where's my pen? Okay, this isn't a Zentangle pen, but I can show it to you. It's one of these things, and really it is, you go out and around, come around the circle, in a circle, and don't touch that, and then you come back through and go like this. And that's called a mook. It's like a giant apostrophe. But when you turn it, which is what I was doing with it, you can put them together in different ways. And you get half of my tree. That's what I was doing with them. And then this is called a fescue, where you do this. Not very good. It's kind of this little thing with it. That's terrible, Gretchen. Like that. Okay. But if you can put a whole bunch of those together too, you can get all kinds of things, and you can kind of change the shape of it. You can make it go more like this. So you can do all kinds of stuff. It kind of has an odd little look to it. So I'm trying to do all kinds of different things with these. I'm looking back on my Inktober, but I took that out to the studio, to Studio G, and now I don't have it. Then I did this too. I was playing with another one, but that's not very Christmassy. That's just a tag of fun. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing. Yes, sirree. So, woohoo! Yeah. Yes, I changed the start time to 6. Larry, hi, Larry. I posted I started changing the start time about last week or the week before, and I put a community post out. I'm sorry it didn't get to you, but yeah, a little, since it's East Coast it's a little earlier for East Coast, and since you and Angie aren't doing your 5 o'clock one, I figured I could start a little bit earlier, and it would be okay. Yay! Anyway, so that is my art, and that's that. Let's see if we have anything else that came in. Nope. 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 Okay, we're good. Yay. All right. Okay, so stories tonight. I have 2 for sure. And they are by a husband-wife team. Why is my camera showing? Why did it drop? Oh well. I switched lens. I'm not going to move it right now. Oh, I am because that's just too close. There we go. All right. It's by a husband and wife team, Lisa Klein Ransom and James E. Ransom. And I am going to do something real quick here that it's called, They Call Me Teach, Lessons in Freedom. And then they have another book too that is really good, but it's either the other one by them or else I have another book called Abdul's Story, and I can't decide which one yet to read. But I want to do this. Ooh, yeah, there we go. That's my problem. Aha, I figured out what I had. I have a zoom lens overhead now, and I had it zoomed in way too much. There we go. And twisted crooked. Whoa. What happened? That didn't work. Okay, we're going to have to do something else first. And I'm going to go back to here. And we're going to go to the one in, let's see if this will work. Hang on. Ah, got it right. There we go. Finally, it jumped on me and did some weird things, but this will work. They Call Me Teach. And I need to back to live mode and yay. So you guys ready? Let me see what everybody's saying. Hi, Larry. 30 minutes earlier. Yes. Yay. Yes. Yep. Everybody's here. Tora, Green Rumor is our friend Larry, and he's an amazing artist also. And Larry Tora is one of my Ecam fam pals. And yeah. But anyway, time for stories. This is called They Call Me Teach, Lessons in Freedom. We had our silly fun stories the other night, and I thought I would come back with these to Lisa Klein Ransom. Let me tell you a little bit about her first. She's the author of many books for children, including the novel Finding Langston, which is an amazing book about Langston Hughes, which was a Coretta Scott King Author Honor Book and winner of the Scott Odell Award for Historical Fiction. And Scott Odell is the person who wrote Island of the Blue Dolphin. And the picture book Before She Was Harriet, illustrated by James E. Ransom, which was a Coretta Scott King Illustrator Honor Book and a Christopher Award winner, and a Jane Addams Honor Book. So she lives with her husband and illustrator James E. Ransom in the Hudson Valley of New York. And James Ransom, who's the illustrator, the 2023 winner of the Children's Literature Legacy Award, is the illustrator of numerous books for children, including Granddaddy's Turn and Northbound, both by Michael S. Brady and Bandy and Eric Stein, as well as The Creation, written by James Weldon Johnson, for which he won the Coretta Scott King Illustrator Award. He lives, like I said, with his wife in Hudson Valley. Hudson, the iPad dying. Gonna watch on TV. Won't be able to chat. Okay, Susan, thank you for letting us know. You know, it's always kind of worrisome when somebody just kind of just drifts away. And you think, what happened? Hi, Lupe, by the way, who is probably on her, most likely on her TV. Anyway, you guys, we are on to the desk overhead. There we go. They Call Me Teach, Lessons in Freedom. Let's see if I can get this. I've got that as big as it goes. Okay. Let me move the camera up just a little bit more. There we go. And get my water out of the way and get it twisted back down where it's supposed to be. I don't know what happened. I had it all set and then it changed. All right, here we go. Lessons in Freedom. Or they call me Teach, Lessons in Freedom. Before she passed, for freedom was even in the air, Mama told me, use that learning and make something of yourself. Every day is a chance to do just that. They call me Teach. Ain't my given name, but it's the only name folks around here know. It's a secret name, just between you and me. Let's see. That's fine. I learned reading and writing coming up alongside Master's son Thomas. When he read, I read. Numbers he figured, I figured. Got so I could just about outread and outfigure Thomas nearly every time. Now that Thomas is off to school, Master sent me a clerk in here in town, in his store. It helps that I know numbers and letters near as good as any man, colored or white, free or slave. Monday. They run fast like mice through the cornfield, sneak in my back one by one, squeeze in the corner stall of the stable, where only the horses and mules can see us. You see, or so little. I give each a slate I keep hidden under the bale of hay. We're steady working our way through the alphabet with one torn speller. I keep from my days with Thomas. What sounds this one make, Teach? They ask, eyes bright. Crouched low, I teach in whispers with hushed letters and the soft scrape of a stick against slate. Oops. Let me just change the brightness on that a bit so you can see them better. Tuesday, on a delivery to Master William's house, Cook opens the door to the kitchen hotter than August. She sets my package on the table, then pulls me in, takes a piece of paper from her apron, crumpled and damp with sweat. Read this, Teach, she says with her eyes. I smooth down the edges. Letter from the missus, I ask. She nods. What's it say? I point to the first letter. See this letter here? I start. Cook leans in and points to the next. Slow we sound the words together. North and Yankees and soldiers. Pots bubble over the fire as letter by letter we read. Cook saves every scrap of the words Mrs. throws away. Wednesday. The moon lights the way when I start under the dark of night. Darker still as I make my way through the woods, down past the creek. Men from the fields wait on stumps, bone weary but waiting still. We keep the lanterns low. Don't have much time, Teach. In the dirt I write out letters and whisper their sounds. With each snap of a branch, crack of a stick, we stop and listen, then scratch and write, straining to see letters in the dirt under a moonlit sky. Thursday. When I arrive at the post office to pick up Master's mail, the big room is filled with talk and white folks' news that quiets when I near. I slip Master's things in my sack and walk outside through the alley behind the building. Only then do I look at the letters and parcels, open up the newspaper. I read and remember for later, to share, to spread to folks I see along the road at night in the woods, to leave them with newspaper words of the war of President Lincoln, of freedom heading south, led by soldiers in blue. As I turn pages, I hear footsteps behind them, hot breath, sour with anger, hate. "What you reading there, boy?" A white man from the post office spits. "Just looking at the pictures is all." "Your master know you reading his paper?" I tuck my head low. The words fall from my hands. Friday, master's mad. He says law don't allow slaves to read. Except on account I help him at the store. No deliveries today, just cleaning and sweeping. I feel his eyes burning a hole through me all day. He says he'll send me back to the fields with lashes on my back if he catches me reading outside the store. Anything except what he tells me. I say, "No, sir." "Yes, sir." But thinking, he won't catch me again. When the last light is out and the store is locked, I creep along the road to the quarter to the cabins with a speller hid under my hat. Saturday, busiest day of the week. Fetching orders, wrapping packages, barely time to catch my breath. When I go out in front to load up the wagons, I feel a hand on my arm. "Need your help, Teach." A woman, young and scared, stand inside me. "Need a pass for tonight." We move out of sight, off the road. Pass need to say, "My massa gives me permission to travel alone to another plantation." She says that she needs time. She don't say the word run. She don't say the word escape. "Wait here," I say, and finish loading the wagon. Back inside the store, I write up receipts for master's deliveries, for master's orders. In tween, I write up a receipt for her freedom. Sunday, the Lord's Day, a time for rest, from secrets, from master, for the work starts again. The boat is waiting to take me across the swamp, folks gathered dressed in their finest. "Morning, Teach." They nod and wave. In a log cabin with planks for benches, Sunday school about to start. Preacher steps aside, hands me the Bible, worn and cracked. I read about the children of Israel. Folks shout, "Amen, Teach." How God told the Pharaoh, "Let my people go." I take out my stick and write those words on the slate. Preacher holds up high for everyone to see. I point out the letters, then the sounds. The congregation echoes back. Every word, every letter. I read, "Hallelujah, Teach," they call out. When Sunday school is over, songs rise out of whispers. Tell all the pharaohs to let my people go, and fill the air with sounds of freedom. And the author's note on this is, let me go back to me. Many of the stories I've written center on African American from the 1800s through the Civil Rights Movement who remained steadfast in their quest for education despite the many obstacles they faced. Anti-literacy laws, which were enacted in southern enslaved states in the early 1700s, did not always discourage enslaved people from learning to read and write. I think that's a universal, that learning to read and write is something that we all want to be able to do. Historical figures such as Frederick Douglass and Nat Turner, as well as lesser-known people, found a way to become educated while enslaved. Stemming from a fear that reading and writing could lead to rebellion and uprising against plantation owners, reading or even teaching enslaved people to read became an illegal act punishable by whipping, loss of fingers or limb, or in some cases death. What both white and black people knew was that reading represented knowledge and understanding for one's own circumstances. Most importantly, it signified hope for a better future. So often, slave resistance narratives focus on those who escaped north to freedom, but for most, escape was a rare, if not impossible, feat. Among the enslaved, resistance took on many forms: disruption of work, sabotage, sharing information. Resistance was also music, storytelling, and learning to read and write. During enslavement, African Americans sought out education in stolen words, in whispers, in pit schools, always in secret. Following slavery, their fight for literacy continued, and when freedom came, they immediately began building schoolhouses and hiring teachers to educate students of all ages. Within just 2 decades, the literacy rate among the formerly enslaved approximately doubled. At every turn, African Americans' insistence on education yielded incredibly hard fought, inventive, and resourceful solutions, legislative or otherwise, just for the chance at the right given freely to nearly every other group in this country. This book is a compilation of many of real life stories of the people who resisted, fought, demanded, and seized every opportunity at their disposal to gain the freedoms that literacy provided. And the quote it ends with is, "Once you learn to read, you will be forever free," attributed to Frederick Douglass. Wow. Yeah. The illustrations in that are very, very powerful. Just absolutely powerful. I apologize that the camera was a little bit wackadoo. Okay, to teach formerly enslaved adults. Oh my gosh. I worked that Fatima, she says it hurts her heart. She worked for a school that was originally created to teach formerly enslaved adults to read. Wow. What history? Oh my gosh. Yay. Great story. It is a great pictures. Great story, great pictures, and everything. So the next book that I think I'm going to read is going to be one that is I have here, also by the same couple. This is and have I this is called Before She Was Harriet, and I don't think I've read this one. It didn't resonate as one that I remembered reading. Um, if it is, I apologize, but again, it's the illustrations and the way that they've done this, and it's a wonderful kind of reverse storytelling. Oftentimes, the stories that we get are tell of how somebody grew up through life and came to be, and how their life culminated. And what does this is a story told in reverse, and it's really well done. I thought it was just a great way to do this. And this is called Before She Was Harriet. And I think I'm going to take that chalkboard off so you can see the whole book. Yes. Yeah. We'll just do that. Before She Was Harriet by Lessa Klein Ransom and illustrated by James E. Ransom. Visit us at www.holidayhouse.com. Yes. Before She Was Harriet. Oh, again, beautiful kind of illustrations. It doesn't say. I was looking to see if it says what kind of what their illustrations are done in. Looks like a watercolor and a more of a watercolor and gouache type thing. Before She Was Harriet. Here she sits, an old woman, tired and worn, her legs stiff, her back achy. But before wrinkles formed and her eyes failed, before she reached her twilight years, she could walk for miles and see clearly under a sky lit only with stars. Before she was an old woman, she was a suffragist, a voice for women who had none in marriages, in courts, in voting booths. Before her voice became soft and raspy, it was loud and angry, rising above injustice. Before she was a suffragist, she was General Tubman, rising out of the fog, armed with courage, strong in the face of rebels and planters and overseers as they watched fields burn and bridges fall and 700 slaves stop chopping and start running, to a woman who ferried them to freedom on the Combahee River, turned River Jordan. Before she was General Tubman, she was a Union spy carrying secrets across battlefields to soldiers fighting in the Civil War for President Lincoln to end slavery. Before she was a Union spy, she was a nurse, caring for those hit with bullets and hatred and fear, tending to them with bandages and words in the bloody dirt of Southern soil. Before she was a nurse, she was Aunt Harriet, daughter of Ben and Rit, who helped her parents flee their master and find their way through woods and streams to the safety of Canada and a new home in the north. Before she was Aunt Harriet, she was Moses, a conductor on the Underground Railroad with no trains and no tracks, just passengers traveling to freedom up north, through swamps, past slave catchers, across rivers, under the cover of night. Seeking the promised land for her people, led by dreams and God and faith, a wisp of a woman with the courage of a lion. Before she was Moses, she was Minty of Maryland, of one slave owner and then others who worked her, punished her with lashes, broke her back, but not her spirit. Before she was Minty, she was Araminta, a young girl taught by her father to read the woods and the stars at night, readying for the day. She'd leave behind slavery along with her name and pick a new one, Harriet. And remember her days as a suffragist, as a general, as a spy, as a nurse, as Aunt Harriet, as Moses, as a conductor, as Minty, as Araminta, who dreamed of living long enough to one day be old, stiff, and achy, tired and worn and wrinkled, and free. Wow. Yeah. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I love that one. Oh, yes. I saw this the other day. Fatima, I was reading the article about this gentleman that we lost, the last code talker. And he was 107. They did such a service for all of us. Their code, it's just amazing. It was amazing. I found that a really interesting article to read. I had read some other things about code talkers, and it made me think. I'm going to write that down. Code talkers. I'm going to have to look up if there's any picture books done on that topic. I'll have to look. That would be a good one to look up. Really a good one to see. Close that off. There we go. Okay, you guys. The other book called Abdul's story. I'm going to save till Thursday because I've been on with you guys for almost an hour and we started earlier so people don't have to stay up so late on the East Coast and everything else. And so, yes, that's what those two stories I wanted to get. I have this one, They Call Me Teach, Lessons in Freedom. Both of these, this author and illustrator, I love this kind of collaboration where there's a husband and wife and they've come together and their talents so well done. I hope you guys like that. Like that. Let's see. Wow, wonderful. I know, isn't I loved the way that they put that book together before she was Harriet. Um, and to go back through what she's done and all the thing that she did, and it's such a cool way um to because oftentimes, I mean, even I'm just babbling. We know that she was a great person in history, and the things that we look at her for and remember her for and the impact that she had. And that's what kids hear about too, is that impact that she had. And especially with the Underground Railroad is where they mainly hear about it. But to see that progression backwards of how she came to that in such a way and what built on what each level was built on and how just to do it in reverse, I thought it was fascinating. I thought it was such a really good way to do that story. Um, oh, your brother attended the funeral? Wow, of the code talker? Oh my goodness. Ah, thank you. Filled buckets. I was hoping that tonight would fill buckets. I started out the day feeling a little bit wobbly, kind of a little dizzy, and not quite sure why. My head was a little bit inky dink. So, and then we were going to go for a walk, and then it was raining, and it was too rainy for Aldo this time. It's been raining a lot today, but that's what it is. But I need to get out for my walk. But I've been looking forward to this all day, and so thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it that you came to join me for Story and Art, for sending in your wonderful art, for putting up with all my little funny little drawings and my things that I'm doing on mine. Tamara, thank you again for sending stuff in. And Linda, thank you for sending stuff in too. Larry, I hope to see some of your stuff next week. Maybe if you're working on anything, it'd be great fun to see. And let's see, Susan. Oh, Susan, she's on her TV. So Susan's and Lupe, everybody, Fatima. Fatima, are you feeling better? I hope so. I hope so. So you guys, Thursday I will be on, uh, for sure. Next Sunday, I I'll be in Phoenix. I'll be at Mesa. We fly on early Sunday morning. Um, I will see we'll see what we can do. I'll have my laptop with me, and I should be able to do something. It depends on what Annalena has set up for dinner and all that kind of stuff for us. That's our first night there, and then the kids still have school the next day, Monday and Tuesday, and then and so the Thursday Thanksgiving I won't do a live on Thursday, on Thanksgiving Thursday. I'll be at Annalena's house, and we have 25 odd people coming to there, and I've got like I said, arts and crafts ideas for the kids to do. Well, so we're not all just playing video games, but we'll see, and cooking and being crazy and all that good stuff. So anyway, you guys, but I will be back on Thursday, and I've got some stories. I'll read Abdul's story and a couple other ones that I have. I have a good one called, it needs to get back, The Case of the Cafe in the Woods. That's pretty fun. It's kind of fun. So it'll be a kind of a grab bag of stories on Thursday. So it'll start at 6, just like this. And yeah, we'll be there then. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. But the first place you'll find it is when you go look in the mirror. And have a great week. And may your bucket be filled, and may you fill someone else's. Oops, that's the wrong one. Let's go to this one. How did that happen? Where is that? Well. Hang on. I'm getting there. There we go.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Feeling alright, we won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by my side. We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous, we could be famous. You blow my mind, looking like a model, better than the usual. Yeah, you don't even try, not average or typical. I put you on a pedestal. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by my side. We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous, we could be famous, we could be famous, we could be famous. We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous, we could be famous, we could be famous, we could be famous.
Oh. Thanks, Larry. Night, everybody.